Okay guys, in this video I'm going to go over the two-step mole to atoms or molecules type of questions that you're going to have. So the first one on your worksheet, you're going to follow along with me, is find the mass in grams of 2.00 times 10 to the 23rd power of molecules of F2. So I can't do superscripts on my tablet here, so just bear with me as, you know, it just looks different when it's typed. Okay, so to start this problem, we always start with the given. And you'll notice on your worksheet that I've already put in the fact that there are two lines here, and that's a giveaway that it's 2 steps. This whole worksheet is 2 steps, so it's okay for me to give that away. The way you need to realize that it's a 2-step is when you're going from grams to molecules. There's no straight way to get there. You first have to go through moles. Same if you're going the opposite direction. You have to go through moles before you can get there, because moles is kind of that in between. So when you're doing this, you always start with your given. So you're going to start with that 2.00 times 10 to the 23rd molecules, and always leave your units, because the units are what tells you what you're going to use on the bottom and the top. Now off to the side, I'm going to write our two conversions that we use. You have 1 mole equals the molar mass, which is what we look on the periodic table for. The unit is grams. And then we know that 1 mole equals 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms or molecules. And in this case, it's going to be molecules. So, because I have molecules right here, I have to have molecules down here. The only conversion that has molecules, this one has moles, this one has grams, so that's not going to work for me right now. This one has moles and it has molecules. So this bottom one right here is the one I want. To match it, I only need this half to go on bottom. So I'm going to plug in the 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules on there. Now if I use this half right here, I have to use this half. I can't skip it. I can't put the grams on top, which is what we want to do, but we can't do that. So the 1 mole has to go on top. But we're not done. We're not done because the problem is actually asking for grams, not moles. So I have to continue one more step. If I have moles on top, I need mole to be on bottom. I've already used this conversion right here that I'm outlining in blue, so I don't need it again. I'm done with it for now. So if I look at the other one, it has moles, which could match, and it gives me grams, which is the unit I want. So this is what I want to use. So I'm going to put the 1 mole on bottom, and then I need the molar mass for fluorine. Because there are 2 fluorines, and each fluorine is 19, 19 times 2 is 38. That means my molar mass is 38 grams. Now to solve this, just a refresher, you're going to take this number, multiply it by this number, and multiply it by this number. And then you can just hit divide in the calculator by this number, hit divide again by this number. Once you plug that all into the calculator, you get about 12.62. And the last unit we wrote down was grams, so that's the unit of our answer. Now, many people will ask, where do I round? For me, guys, you just round to that first decimal place or the second. I always go to the second. Either one will get you full credit, so don't worry about that too much. So this is the first problem. Now I'm going to switch the screen and I'm going to go over the second problem, which is the exact opposite. So in this problem, it's find the molecules of F2 in 104 grams. To start this one, because I'm going from grams to molecules, again, that's not one step. I first have to go through moles, and that's how I know it's going to be 2 steps. So I'm going to set that up right here. Now I'm going to take my given, 104 grams of F2, and remember my 2 conversions are 1 mole equals the molar mass, and 1 mole equals 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. I don't know if you can hear my kids in the background, and if you can, they are screaming. Okay, so here's the 2 conversions. Because I have grams here, I need grams on the bottom. The only conversion that has grams is this one. So I'm going to take this conversion, I'm going to plug it in. The molar mass of F2, again, is that 38 grams. That's this half. I have to use the other half, so I'm going to put that one on top. Now I'm not done because I want molecules. So I have to use the second conversion. If I have mole on top, I need mole on bottom, so I'm going to put a 1 because that's what's there, and then I'm going to put the other half on top. And then I'm going to pick up my lovely calculator. I'm going to take 104 times 1 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd divided by 38 divided by 1. And I got that the answer was, I'm out of room, so I'm going to put it over here, that this equaled 1.65 times 10 to the 24th. Don't leave off that times 10 if it's there. And this unit would be molecules. So that's how you solve the two-step. So for the rest of this worksheet, I want you to just practice the two steps and then check your answers with the teacher that's in there and see if you got them right. And then you go on to part 2. Now part 2, you're going to be creating a color sheet. There's an example of a color sheet up by the desk, so take a look at what it looks like, and that's going to be the final thing that you turn in. And it does need to be typed. You have a Chromebook to work on that today. Alright, have fun. Good luck.